The wild card round is over, and they went a little something like this. Sweep, 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 sweep. That's right, every single team got swept, which means there are only 8 teams remaining in the hunt for the World Series ring. And today, I'm here to tell you why each remaining team could be the one to get that special piece of metal. I'll begin with the Toronto Blue Jays. All they'll need is for someone to invent a time machine and tell John Schneider to actually watch the game instead of making decisions based on what a machine says. When your starter is absolutely dealing, you don't take him out of the game in the 3rd inning. Seriously though, Schneider was so unbelievably excited to take Jose Barrios out of that game. He must have placed a bet on him for batter's face or something. In all seriousness, congratulations to the Minnesota Twins for their first playoff series win in over 20 years. I think this team showed a lot of people that they can really play. Realistically, the team just wants to slug, and that's what they're gonna have to do to continue their success against the Houston Astros in the ALDS. The Twins also did pitch pretty well in this series, but the Twins' philosophy for the past few years has just been out-homer everyone, so that's gonna have to be the difference maker in Houston. Guys like Royce Lewis and Carlos Correa are gonna have to continue showing up. Side note, shout out Royce Lewis. That guy's been through a lot and has been absolutely balling in his rookie season. Those big bats in the lineup better be mashing if Minnesota is gonna take down the defending champs. And speaking of mashing, you guys absolutely mashed the like button on my last video, and I really appreciate it. It helps out my channel get pushed out to more people, and that really helps since my channel is so new. So like this video too, and don't forget to subscribe for more MLB content. The Phillies are for real, and they proved that by dominating Miami in every aspect of the sport. But for Bryce Harper and his friends to continue past the big bad Braves, they are gonna have to need to take advantage of every single base runner they get. The Phillies have been great all season with runners in scoring position, and they're gonna have to continue that trend if they want to take out the World Series favorites. Their stars in the lineup, Bryce Harper, Trey Turner, and Kyle Schwarber, are gonna have to stay hot. And they're gonna need others to step up as well, especially with runners in scoring position. For every team, offense is important, but when you're facing Atlanta's offense, scoring is just that much more important. The Houston Astros' biggest advantage in this postseason is going to be their experience. Don't underestimate how important it is to have experience and the knowledge of how to keep your heart rate down and lock in a big moment. All of the other AL teams have practically zero postseason experience, while the Houston Astros have been in the ALCS 6 years in a row. They can literally say, been there, done that throughout this entire postseason. Houston always finds a way to get it done when the lights get brighter. So when they face these young teams who literally haven't been to the NLDS in years, it's going to affect them. I'm gonna say it again because I got a lot of comments on my last video about the experience. It matters, guys. It really does. The Arizona coming backs aren't afraid of your early runs. You can have all of them. Well, maybe not all of them, but you can take a few and the D-backs will still be okay. They seem to be extremely comfortable in close games, even when they are down early in these games. Both of the wild card games against the Brewers were late inning comebacks against 2 of the best pitchers in the league in Corbin Burnes and Freddie Peralta. And if they can come back against those 2, they can come back against anyone. However, the bullpen and starters are going to have to keep the offense in these games. If Arizona can keep the game close into the later innings, I really like their chances to take a good amount of these games. Keep the games close, and Arizona might be in this postseason for a long time. The Texas Rangers are a very talented team that can realistically compete with any team remaining, and they can do this by outslugging their opponents. The Rangers are built around offense and more specifically mashing, so whatever pitching comes is a bonus. But that's not really how the Rangers want to beat you. In the wild card series, the pitching was elite, so if that can continue, it will definitely increase the chances as well. But Texas needs to continue the offensive explosion that they showed against Tampa if they want to go deep into this postseason. They'll be up against Baltimore in the ALDS, so they better bring those bats up north. The Los Angeles Dodgers have 2 of the best players in the entire sport, and if those LA boys are going to end up winning the World Series, then those 2 players are going to have to show up. If Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman are not the 2 best players in the series that they play in, it's going to be extremely difficult for the Dodgers with their depleted rotation to survive. Obviously, they'll also need some help from some of the other guys in the lineup in the pitching staff. However, the most important thing for the Dodgers is that their two superstars at the top of the lineup carry them, like they have so much of the season. Also, they have postseason Barry Bonds and Kike Hernandez, so that might help them too. I saved the 2-1 seeds in their respective leagues for last, and I'll start with the Baltimore Orioles. Although they won 101 games in the regular season, I just don't know how much that'll translate to the playoffs. The Orange Birds are really going to need their young phenoms like Gunnar Henderson and Adley Rutschman to step up in a big way in the playoffs if they want a chance. Along with that, they really need Grayson Rodriguez to step up and develop into an ace in a hurry. We've seen Baltimore step up in big spots throughout the season and also win many close games, so there's a chance that they're just as comfortable in the postseason, and if that's the case, I like their chances. And finally, the Atlanta Braves. The way that they can win the World Series is just playing to the level that we've seen all season. If they continue to out-homer everyone and just not play down to their opponents, they will have a very good chance to win the entire thing for the second time in the last 3 years. If you enjoyed this video, once again, please subscribe if you want to see more MLB content like this. Over 99% of my viewers are not subscribed, and I'm trying to reach 1K subs by the end of the postseason, so help me out by pressing that red button down there. Thanks for watching.